Dear sir, my name is W. Mahesh Pera. Today my presentation is Design and Build Ground Effect Vehicle. This is a part of my introduction to project and design module in aerospace engineering degree program. And I would like to discuss reason for the designing of ground effect vehicles, information and history and its functioning, my project plan, design description and justification of my design structures, its performance test, and finally conclusion. The purpose was, as my course requirement at University of Hertfordshire, which is called stakeholder hereafter, has provided details and specific requirement for this project that I need to achieve or fulfill a successful project. When you come to history, ground vehicle is history is that is ground vehicle is that able to move over the surface by gaining support from the reaction of the air against the surface of the earth or water, and to reduce aerodynamic drag, which is wings of fixed wing aircraft that generate when they're close to the fixed surface. Econoplanes are first ground effect vehicle, and initially they were invented by the Russian. They have wings with very low aspect ratio of 1 to 4. The ground effect vehicle was first investigated around 1920, and Tsiolkovsky in 1927 described ground effect vehicle and provided theoretical investigation for air cushion vehicle. Ground effect vehicle first developed in Finland by Torvo Quario in 1935. This is my project plan. I set up my project plan based on starting on 16th of 11th 16th of November 2020 and finishing by 19th of December 2012, which was the submission date. My stakeholders, University of Hertfordshire, given me instruction, and they've given instruction how to make a project for a week since 16th of November 2020, and following week I started design process. I spent 7 days to create both macro planning and detailed planning, which gave me a good idea about project with stakeholders' instruction and their requirement. I did design which were fuselage and wings respectively, while detailed plan was being created, design stage was started. I feel it went well without any disruption and completed my project as planned. This is my project model, and this is my on the picture you can see that my structure of fuselage and my wing as well. I designed my model to tackle maximum aerodynamic shape, and it has fuselage long and low wing configuration for wings and T-tail configuration with twin beams. Current design is based on aircraft operating as aircraft with ground effect, but it can be considered in the future if it can be upgraded so it can go down close to the water surface. I use empennage configuration was considered for hovering with a double T-tail to make easier when operating near ground level. My justification for this design: the fuselage, it has been designed to get maximum aerodynamic shape. To achieve aerodynamic shape, front of the aircraft made lower width and high compared to the full body fuselage in behind. It was tapered throughout to the tail on the top, and similar technique I applied for the lower part of the fuselage as well. When it comes to the wing, I used the conventional wing configurations with taper leading and trailing edge structures. More special reason for this that design is to roll in a longitudinal stability. Advantage of design taper wing is the aspect ratio of the wing as well. And a smaller tip I is used to decrease or reduce decrease the induced drag by reducing the size of the wing tip as well. In addition, it has more space and volume which can be used for the fuel inside the wing, and also as much stronger than the swept wing design. And major disadvantage of this design is a small loss of lift. But usually it occurs when it is tailless, but it had double T-tail design, so I managed to overcome that issue. Also, it decreased ground clearance to get more benefit from ground effect. I used double T-tail design as chosen for the rear part. On the other hand, double T-tail design make more use of aerodynamics. Mounted T-tail keeps tail plan out of the airflow, is smooth, airflow gives a better pitch. It also out of the rear fuselage, so engine or some other weight can be taken there. And another merit is that distance between the tail fan and the wing. It improves aerodynamics. And the vehicle has two vertical stabilizers. The horizontal stabilizer provided longitudinal stability. I just when I do test that, I just initially I did a little bit high on the ground and it wasn't successful very well. Then it was flight by reducing ground plane. It was almost success. And I had to test few times to get right first because I found that it got more force and it ended up with the collision. And when it comes to collision, when conclusion, when it was being tested, it landed very well. But it has been noticed that it turned on left when landing, but it wasn't much turning, only very small angle. I suspect wing arrangement need to be more balanced. An aerofoil shape also required. At, as, as it landed almost flat way and rather than normal way like a tail part first, and it has been noticed to me that due to width of the horizontal stabilizer doesn't hold much stability. In the future, if I attempt to make that kind of project, I would like to design horizontal stabilizer with more feet, and also I believe wing arrangement need more angle attack than the current design. This is my presentation for today. Thank you for watching my presentation.